Most people reveal everything, their thoughts, their fears, their intentions, often without realizing it. The most dangerous minds do the opposite. They speak less, they observe more, and they let others expose themselves first. Power does not announce itself. It doesn't argue. It doesn't rush to be understood. It enters the room quietly and reshapes the outcome before anyone realizes a move was made. True power does not arrive with noise. It is not theatrical or frantic. It is measured, intentional, and calm. It enters quietly, observes carefully, and allows others to reveal themselves before making a move. Throughout history, rulers, strategists, and influential leaders have shared one principle: never expose the true engine of your strength. They reveal outcomes, not the calculations behind them. They show confidence, never the internal framework or doubt that shaped it. Niccolò Machiavelli understood this centuries before modern psychology. He recognized that people are driven less by logic and more by insecurity, ego, fear, status, and the desire to feel significant. Anyone who understands these forces and refuses to display the depth of that understanding holds a structural advantage over those who live impulsively. This is the foundation of quiet dominance. Not loud force, public strength, or moral performance, but the art of shaping outcomes without exposing vulnerability or intent. Below are 10 principles that define this approach. They do not require manipulation or cruelty. They require perception, restraint, timing, and emotional maturity. 1. Conceal the engine, display only the effect. Powerful minds operate through hidden structure. Information, leverage, composure, and long-term strategy shape their decisions. A strategist may spend years studying behavior, observing patterns, and building alliances. None of this is performed publicly. What others see is a clear action delivered with confidence. When people understand your reasoning, they can anticipate or undermine it. So powerful individuals reveal results, not process. Instead of explaining decisions or seeking validation, allow time and outcomes to speak. One effective action communicates more than extended justification. 2. Use silence as a mirror. Silence unsettles those who fear introspection. Most people rush to fill it with opinions, explanations, or emotional reaction. Silence, when used intentionally, becomes a mirror. It invites others to expose insecurity, motive, and assumptions. A quiet presence is not passive. It observes. In conflict or negotiation, speak last. Ask short questions. Allow silence to reveal what words try to hide. 3. Create psychological asymmetry. Quiet power gathers more information than it gives. It observes patterns while remaining unreadable. Most people share emotional triggers openly. What offends them, excites them, or threatens them. A strategist notices and stores these details. Psychological asymmetry means one side is visible and predictable, while the other remains controlled and difficult to interpret. Prioritize understanding over being understood. Share only what serves purpose. 4. Practice emotional neutrality under pressure. Most people react emotionally. They defend, justify, and respond quickly because silence feels like instability. Emotional neutrality is not suppression. It is understanding emotion and choosing when to express it. A person who can experience anger without aggression or fear without retreat commands respect. When provoked, pause. Ask internally, what does this reveal about the situation or person? This replaces reaction with clarity. 5. Treat information as value. Information shapes power. Oversharing weakens boundaries and exposes vulnerabilities. Not everyone has earned access to your experiences, emotions, or intentions. There is a difference between authenticity and unfiltered exposure. Before sharing, ask, would this be useful to someone who did not have my best interests in mind? 6. Use presence with intention. Constant availability reduces perceived value. Influence grows when presence is meaningful, not habitual. Someone who is always present becomes expected. Someone selective in presence becomes respected. Absence creates curiosity. Curiosity creates attention. Attend only what aligns with purpose. A boundary in silence communicates more than constant participation.
7. Test loyalty instead of assuming it. Loyalty is not proven by words. It is measured through circumstances. People remain loyal when it benefits them. True loyalty appears when advantage lies elsewhere. Testing loyalty does not require traps or manipulation. It requires observation over time. Give trust gradually. Provide small responsibilities and watch how they are handled. 8. Shape perception rather than argue truth. People do not respond to facts alone. They respond to emotions, identity, and perceived meaning. Power is not in forcing others to accept your view. It is in guiding them to believe they arrived there themselves. Correction often creates resistance. Subtle influence builds alignment. Not every misunderstanding requires correction. Sometimes, perception serves your long-term position. 9. Choose restraint when victory is too visible. The desire to prove superiority is often an ego impulse, not a strategic one. Public victory attracts resistance. Quiet victory builds longevity. Power grows strongest when others underestimate it. When presented with an opportunity to win loudly, consider whether it benefits you or only satisfies emotion. 10. Build a personal code. Quiet power is not manipulation. It is intentional self-governance. A personal code creates consistency, stability, and integrity that does not rely on external approval. Those who operate by principle rather than impulse become grounded and difficult to influence. Decide what you will and will not do. Let your values guide action, not public opinion. The cost and reward of quiet dominance. Quiet power is not effortless. It requires patience, emotional control, and a willingness to be misunderstood. Some will interpret restraint as distance. Others will confuse silence with indifference. A few will feel threatened by what they cannot read. Yet over time, quiet power reshapes interaction. People speak more carefully around you. They reveal more than they intend. They treat your presence with respect. You stop reacting to the world and begin directing how you engage with it. Quiet dominance is not about appearing superior. It is about protecting your inner world, maintaining clarity, and acting with intention instead of impulse. In a culture that rewards exposure and constant performance, the individual who chooses discipline, privacy, and strategic presence will always appear uncommon. Quiet power is rarely recognized in the moment. It does not announce itself. It does not demand agreement, and it does not rush to prove anything. Those who practice it are often misunderstood. Their restraint looks like distance. Their silence feels unsettling. Their patience is mistaken for weakness. But over time, something changes. People begin to speak more carefully around you. They reveal more than they intend. They test boundaries they don't fully understand. And without force, without confrontation, your presence starts to shape outcomes. Quiet dominance is not about control over others. It is control over yourself. It is knowing when to speak and when not to, when to act and when restraint is the stronger move. In a world addicted to noise, exposure, and constant performance, the disciplined, private, intentional mind will always stand apart. Say less, observe more, and let your actions speak when words are unnecessary.